Good evening. I hope you're nice and comfy and ready to relax. I thought I'd share my actual journal entry that I typed in this video on my typewriter. And I wanted to share for a couple of reasons. For starters, I think it's comforting to hear people narrate. And also, it's my hope that my reading this entry will serve as a reminder to the viewer that the detachment process is a process. There's no real beginning, middle, or end. It is organic and fluid. And no matter where you are in this process, regardless of how advanced you might be, you will always find something that needs attention. And that's exactly what I discovered with my entry today. And hopefully this inspires you to create one of your own. I'd love to hear it, so please feel free to share in the comments. The prompt today is a simple but profound prompt. What am I holding on to too tightly, and how would my life change if I let it go? On to the reading. For the majority of my life, I have held ever so tightly to people's perception of me. Whether it was online with views and reactions to my opinions that I could stomach, or simple friend gatherings in which I felt obligated to make sure everyone liked me and thought I was a great time. I'm not entirely sure where it stems from. Perhaps I wasn't given the appropriate attention when I was growing up. In fact, I can almost guarantee that is exactly one of the roots of the issue. On top of that, I have always felt the need to be the best at pretty much whatever I was doing. I can distinctly remember being in elementary school, and I simply had to be the fastest at field day, the smartest come test time, and the funniest when it came to making people laugh and being the class clown. In a nutshell, the thing I cling to the most is people's positive acceptance of who I pretend to be. Many times I know it's not the real me. But if I get the adoration, the real me is irrelevant because I feel validated and seen. There are countless things, both personally and professionally, that would change if I let that go. For starters, I wouldn't feel so anxious at otherwise innocuous events, like networking or at a bar. I would also feel way more at ease being my real, authentic self, as opposed to the facade I routinely advertise in order to gain favor with everyone around me. Now, professionally, I would ease up immensely with my content creation. I would be more wholesome, authentic, and thus probably more likely to get more traction with my followers and potential followers. The main problem that I find consistently is my anxious need for control. Control of the viewership, control of how people view my content, and how they react to it. More aptly, how I want them to react to it. And it doesn't stop there. I will also get analysis paralysis if I start thinking too intently about the next video, and I'll get so worked up that I ultimately won't make anything. That tells me that I am not being my authentic self, because if I was, I would simply speak my truth with no regard to the reaction. And at the end of the day, that's the real goal. As it pertains to detachment, our thoughts and actions are the literal only things each individual can truly control. The rest, as the Stoics might say, is up to fate. And who am I to disrupt or vainly try to influence fate? Alas, I am holding on to perceptions too tightly. If I am to find a much clearer path forward and solace in my truth and ability to speak it, I must remember that everything outside of me is not only a perception, but I have absolutely no control over it. And relinquishing that bit of control can and will free me to be my most authentic self. And as a result of that, I can truly find freedom to express myself and be immersed in any environment with the anxieties of how I need to be accepted completely at bay. The practice of truly letting go of these emotional and mental maladies is quite tough, as I have been learning, but I know at the end of the day, it is likely to be the most worthwhile thing I can do for my own mental freedom. I mean, if the Stoics have been going on about this practice for literally a couple thousand years, maybe there's something to it. I hope you are both enlightened and inspired with my journal entry. It's often difficult to find that bit of vulnerability and be able to express it in any articulate manner, let alone type it publicly and publish it online. But again, I hope it serves as a reminder that no matter where you are in the process, you are never, ever alone. For most of the world is in the same exact process, or at least trying to be. I wish you all the best in your detachment journey, and if you'd like to share any of your thoughts to the journal prompts that we've talked about today, I'd love to read them in the comments. As a reminder, I've got a link in the description for a free PDF of my 7-day detachment challenge, which includes prompts and actionable steps that you can work on daily to get your detachment journey started and begin to find some awareness and begin the process of releasing the things that no longer serve you. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy several minutes of no talking and just typewriter clacking. Have a good evening.